It's rather unfortunate about what the PDP feels about the election not being free and fair. As far as I'm concerned, the election was very free and it was very fair. I gave an interview days before the election, and I did say that Godwin Obaseki was getting frustrated and threatening here and there, is this or that, and I made it quite clear that it was simple fact, and it has dawned on him that this is the first time he's going to an election on his own. The first election, we were with him. When he fell out with the APC and he crossed to PDP, a chunk of members of the APC went with him. And when he got to the PDP, he did exactly what he's good at doing. Abandoned every person and started messing up again in the new party, the PDP. The party was broken into two. The PDP, forgotten what was it called now? The PDP original and the other PDP members that were there. And most of us, the leaders that came with him, we all went back and came back to APC. And right now as we speak, the results are out. He has lost completely. And the only thing usually, which is the Nigerian factor, when you lose an election here, you say it was rigged. If you win, you will say the election is very good. So it's nothing strange. And his friends in Lagos, especially those in the media, are helping to orchestrate that story of rigged election. I'm very disappointed in most of them. They try to target the APC candidate, who is a very humble person, who went about the campaigns, dealing directly with the people, dealing directly with the grassroots. But they are angry that it didn't come to their studios in Lagos and Abuja, because that is what they enjoy doing, and I'm very disappointed in them. They tried to bend the narrative to make it look like there was no election here. Meanwhile, this is the first election. I've been participating in election for over 40 years, since the era of Ambrose Ali. We've never had a more peaceful election. No single life was lost. There was nothing. But they tried to conjure all kinds of stories. Collation center, this one. I was watching one of them on television saying that they were moving results from ward straight to state. It's strange. I don't know where they get their stories from. From the ward, it goes to the local government. I play politics in the rural areas. I'm from Ohuda. When we finished from our ward, it was taken to the LGA Collation Center. From there, it was brought to Benin. So also other local government. So I think what is happening now is that they are just looking for reasons. But I want to remind them that it's part of the electoral process going to court. So there's nothing new there. If they want to go to court, they can go to court. Nobody is stopping them. Obaseki was taken to court 2 times. When he won the election in 2016, the case got to Supreme Court. When he won again in 2020, it got to Supreme Court. And the court returned him. So there's nothing wrong with saying going to court. But it's so painful that people who believe or in him, or who say PDP, I don't know how they expected him to win this election. I don't know how they expected PDP to win the election. After all the atrocities he has committed. Here was a man that deprived 14 members who won seats to the House of Assembly. We are talking about 14 constituencies out of 24. Remaining 10. You said they can go to hell. Nothing will happen. And for 4 years, you prevented them from being sworn in. And you think their constituents and their relations and their friends will be clapping for you. Here is a man, you don't have such powers. As a governor, NJC cleared 8 judges in the judiciary. You sat down in your office, you are not a lawyer, you are only a graduate of classic with 3 credits from a Hosa Grammar School. You sat down over respected lawyers and judges, you cancel 3. Say because according to his mouthpiece, there's a petition against. If you are writing a petition against judges, is it to governor? Is it not to the NJC? That one is there. All the leaders that work for you, you drove all of them away. You gathered people, you said you will burn down Nigeria and you will lead it. The whole world saw it. I've never seen any of those his friends in all those media houses in Lagos or Abuja make reference to that. I will lead it. I will burn it. And you expect the security and the police and everybody, they will be hailing you that they've never seen a governor like you before. While he was still coming around me, many occasions I reminded him, I said, did you do any exam where you took first? And they now said, you go and become governor of Edo State. People gathered and made you. You said there is nobody now. You slide the Oba Bini. Few days to election, top politicians from PDP came from Abuja. You know the protocol. You know the tradition. When they come like that, they go and see the Oba. When the vice president came with the APC candidate, they took him to, you took your own to a private home. Few days to election. I never believed that there are certain things they do that somebody will not know what he's doing. It's from Godwin Obaseki, and I know that there's black magic that can make somebody become stupid. He will just be doing the wrong thing over again. And you are trying to blame it now that the election was rigged. How do you expect to win an election in all these controversies that have surrounded you? There was nobody you didn't deal with. Only you knows everything. A week before election, my uncle, the Yasobini, celebrated his 95th birthday. I was sitting there. Sitting next to me was Chief Odigwe Oyegu. Just before Godwin Obaseki and Aswa Ighodalo's candidate came in, Chief Odigwe Oyegu was telling me, Chief Odigwe Oyegu, he said, Charles, I've never seen you so quiet for this long. Why? I said, sir, what can we do now? We are just looking. We don't want to talk again. Obaseki said he knows everything. Now, let's see how it goes. The election is next week. That was on the 14th. Election was a week away. To tell you how evil, how devilish this boy is. I was 4 years the senior in secondary school. I was the person Oshomole handed him over to make governor. And I knew what I went through to do it. Oshomole told me, he said, I want Obaseki to succeed me, but I understand that the Benis and the palace are not so happy with him. And the Benis made it possible, I'm quoting Oshomole now, for me to become governor. So when I leave, I want to have peace. I don't want the Benis to be angry with me. I don't want the palace to be angry with me. So anything you can do. I said, okay. Obaseki came the next day. So Oshomole said I should come and meet you. I said, okay, no problem. First and foremost, I announced through the media that Obaseki is a candidate. There were reactions. They betrayed the palace and everything. All the national papers carried it. And that's how I was able to quell that listening for this boy called Godwin Obaseki. So when they say it's an enemy of the palace, I said the problem between the palace and Obaseki, the great-grandfather, Ogbedoyo. Obaseki's father was not even born, not to talk of him. And furthermore, the palace of the Oba Bini, do they pay gratitude or respect to betrayers? As I go to the palace, I will tell you over 10 names who are children of Obaseki, who are chiefs. Do you give chieftaincy title to your enemies? I say Obaediawa, of blessed memory just made the Obaseki of Benin a title confined to the Obaseki family. And the first recipient was the retired Justice of the Supreme Court, Otutu Obaseki. I said, those are the sign of enemy. After I said that one, things calmed down. We were able to pull our way through, and he became a governor. Like I was saying, a week at the birthday of my uncle, the Iyase. The Iyase is my mother's senior brother, same father. Godwin Obaseki, and that's when Udaru came. Godwin Obaseki came to meet me, heard me, senior. The usual play. So that's why when I'm looking at see smart, I look at it like snake with poisonous this thing in the mouth. That's how I see him. I have it on video because my PA recorded him embracing me and everything. After greeting me, I swear Godwin came to greet me. Myself and Chief Oyego, we just laughed. And he left. Immediately, I saw him with one of my friends. My classmate, we're both his senior with 4 years. He was talking to that one, I didn't know what it was. Inside the party. Immediately left, that one walked up to me. You know what he told them? That chassis dance and just looking at me. I will deal with him. Wow. So when that one told me, I said, for what now? No, that one said he was shocked because he asked him, you will deal with a senior. Not only a senior, somebody that stood by you when you were totally unknown in this time. He said, no, just watch it. I will deal with him because that time he thought he was home and dry. He didn't know. It's not the way you go to the toilet. It's the way you return. You hurry to go to the toilet when you are going to be strolling because you are at ease with yourself. He didn't know what he was doing. It's a child carried on his back. He doesn't know how far the distance is. So without this scenario, I keep wondering, how do this man think he was going to win election? He brought small boys from Lagos with small briefcase. They'll be calculating. I will win with 70% from computer. You don't know what is on ground. You don't know what we go through. 2 days to the election, I raised an alarm. I told some APC top shot. He brought 2 people that we hack into our neck something. They were in Protea. We all knew. I told some of them, they raised the alarm. So where he got his result is parading. He will go and show it in court. You are waiting for him. You made enemies everywhere. Days to election. Now, all the threat, gather civil servants. Civil servants are not politicians. We don't involve them in politics. Gather them together. The decision is life and death for you. Decision is life and death for you. It's do or die. So people got scared. So people are talking, there was low turnout. Who caused the low turnout? Is it not the fear Obaseki instilled in the whole public? A governor of a state, I will burn down Nigeria, I will lead it. If anybody touches my boys. When a policeman was killed at the airport, you want to tell the police how they will do their investigation? After all this threat, now people didn't come, he lost now, he has run away now. He left Benin by road at 2 a.m. He said he didn't run. Then to show it to others, he took one with his wife in a place, whether it's Venice or Italy or wherever he is. Who cares where he is? It's gone, it's gone. I just feel sorry for the person that got the collateral damage. And instead of them to go and hide themselves now and remain calm, they want to go on another spree of wasting money. That they are going to let them go to court. He went to court. Did they remove him? Is he aware of what was done to make him governor? He doesn't know. He doesn't know. So that is where we are. So the issue I want just to react to is just that issue of saying they are going to court. Let them go to court. Okay. That the election was rigged. Somebody asked the PDP candidate, say, a journalist, he said, we all know it's an old saying that you don't rig where you are not popular. He couldn't answer. You cannot rig where you are not popular. They will kill you. They will waste you. How can you rig? And then the funny thing that these results are read at the polling units. Nobody complained. Obaseki woke up at 3 a.m. when he saw that things were going to get, he ran to collation center. The law is very clear on it. INEC can decide for security reason. Meanwhile, you created this atmosphere for the police to be scared and worried, and the INEC people, we will die, we will burn down, we will do this. So by the time they got news now where they were collating at the local governments, what do you expect them to do? To wait until they come and kill them there? So if there was that movement, they went to a safe place, and the law allows it. So all this one that is he has been misleading his followers all his life. Has he not run away now, leaving them? The local one at a go who opened his white illiterate mouth. If they don't announce elsewhere, we will burn down Edo State. Where is he now? Nobody knows whereabouts. All of them. I heard some of them ran away to go and board flights from African countries. After Ronnie's man, he has abandoned all of them in the middle of nowhere. That's what you gain when you are a perpetual serial betrayer. Everybody that's associated with you. One top politician was telling me, he said doesn't know how to really describe this Obaseki. If you want him to be nice to you, be wicked to him. Once you are nice to him, you are helping him, he will go after you, will fight you. So we leave that to psychiatrists and other researchers to find out, so they can document it into a book, so that in the future we know how to deal with people like this. And I'm even recommending there must be a psychiatric test for people before we allow them to contest governorship. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.